Alex, how big was it just to get out of here with the split, especially the way you did it with the two early Grand Slams?
We swung the bat well yesterday, and we feel really good offensively. Yesterday we played a good game, and tonight we did too. And obviously, going home and guarantee 3 games, that's very important. So now it's the best out of 5, and we play 3 games at home. These are plays that, the last 2 playoffs we've been here, we swung the bat well, we play well. That's a tough team. It's never comfortable with them because they're a swing away from getting back in the game. But, yeah, I mean, it's something that we talk about today, and now we go to Fenway, and it should be fun.
Jen in the 4th row on your left.
Alex, Nate's been so good for you guys all year, but just what does this start, mean for you guys in terms of just the way that you can set the rest of the rotation up and bullpen up and all that?
I mean, there's a reason we map things the way we do, and some people don't agree with us, but I think we have a pretty good pulse of what we do in our program. And yesterday we almost pulled that off. Obviously, we want Chris to go deeper, and I think he will. But having Nate in Game 2, understanding and knowing that there's a good chance he's going to go deep in the game with the off day tomorrow, we felt comfortable with the way we did things. He's been a horse for us. He's been amazing, and he went out there and he did an amazing job.
Way back, Pete in the center.
Alex, their starter was working at a slow pace in the first inning. Then you had the delay in the second inning. How did you guys kind of keep their focus, and was that an issue?
I don't think our focus was going to be there was no way today, the way they came to the ballpark, the way they talked today in the meeting, the way they went about the business. It really didn't matter if it was an hour delay or whatever. We were locked in today. I think obviously yesterday was disappointing, but at the same time understanding what we wanted to do and go home and have 3 guaranteed games at Fenway, it really didn't matter.
Also, were you concerned at all at how long it took Odorizzi to get ready?
No, not really. They actually met to go over the scouting report, like if he was a starter, it was cool. They kept moving around, and Nate was good. So, I understand. It was weird. I never seen it that way, but understanding that he needs to be ready and to avoid injuries, it really didn't matter how long it took him.
And way back in the left, Daniel.
Alex, el equipo inició igual con Tampa, que perdió el primero, al otro día explotó la ofensiva. ¿Qué tienen estos muchachos cuando pierden, se ponen las pilas para el otro día?
Yo creo que ayer teníamos las pilas también. Lo que pasó fue que nos ganaron, ¿verdad? Jugamos un buen juego de pelota, cogimos muy buenos turnos. Lamentablemente 2 picheos que se quedaron, uno alto y uno en medio plato, y José, Altuve y Correa conectaron cuadrangulares. En este caso hoy los muchachos salieron, cogieron buenos turnos desde el principio, pero hemos hecho eso desde el juego del comodín, desde Wildcard. Contra los Yankees cogieron buenos turnos, contra Tampa, a pesar de que nos blanquearon, cogimos buenos turnos. So, ofensivamente hablando, estamos en un buen momento.
I'll go to Sean in the middle.
Alex, what was the issue with Nate when you brought the trainer out in the 5th, I think, and did
he slipped. I think he slipped. There was a big hole, so he slipped a little bit, and he made like a gesture, and he started stretching, he said he was fine. It was actually kind of like his back, but he said he was fine. He came in, got the outright, and came in, and they check on him, they stretch him out, and there's no issues.
Do 2 more for Alex, Chad, and then Alex.
Alex, just what was Nate doing during the delay?
Just hanging out with Bushy. I mean, there's nothing he could do. He just sitting there, moving around, stretching. I actually told him, hey, you can take as long as, whatever time you want, to get ready. And he's like, no, I'm good. So he treated it like a long inning.
And do you have a Game 3 starter now?
Not yet.
And we'll go to Alex on the left.
Alex, the offensive approach had been inconsistent at times during the regular season, with especially with strike zone management. What are you seeing in the postseason, and what you talked about the focus? What are you seeing in the hitters' meetings right now?
there's a lot of conversations. I got a lot of feedback. I guarantee you they're studying a little bit more, watching not only one start, two starts, but three or four, and going back to a month ago, 2 months ago, looking for tendencies, talking about the characteristics of the fastball, and because that's what they do, they different angles, different shapes of breaking balls, they do what they do, they attack how they attack, so you got to be ready. It's very different from Tampa. Tampa, I think it was more aggressive in the strike zone. These guys, they do what they do. They expand the zone. We struck out, 12, 13 times anyways today, right? Something like that. So we still can be better. But overall, I think it's more about what we can do and just try to keep that line moving. I think it's, when we have this humble approach, that we're not trying to do too much, then big things happen. And JD, that was great to see, going the other way. Rafi not trying to do too much and hitting the grand slam and so on and so on. So it's a very good approach right now. We're not getting greedy. Like I said a few days ago, it's not about hitting 30 home runs or driving in 100 runs. It's about, winning 4 games against the Astros. So now we got one, and now we got a Fenway.